Hey there guys, Portal Master 9351 here, and once again I am joined by my good friend...
It's me, Mario!
I knew you were going to say that. I absolutely knew you were going to say that.
How did you know? I didn't tell you I was going to do that.
I knew it. I knew it. As soon as you held up Mario, though, I knew it. But anyways, today we're going to be discussing everything that Nintendo announced at E3 2017, as this Kotaku article says brilliantly in front of us. Now, I'm sorry that this has been delayed now. We've tried to record this on two separate occasions, and something's gone wrong both times. We think we've fixed the problem, but there's a thunderstorm going on outside right now, so we're going to hope that my internet doesn't go out this time, and we can actually get this recorded. But anyways, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. So, we'll start off with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, I don't know a lot about this, and honestly, considering that this is the third time we've tried to record this, I should have gone and researched this a little bit more. But I know it's an RPG.
You would think you would have.
I know it's an RPG, and I was definitely impressed by what I saw, but I will give it over to you, Jackson, who is more of a expert on the subject.
I don't know if I'm necessarily say expert, but I definitely have a lot.
One.
Yeah, more of one, definitely, because you have like no experience. I have some. I have watched a 100% Let's Play of the first game, and I played a little bit of the first game. And assuming that this is a direct sequel, I'm very excited for it. I'm very excited for it either way. But I'm really interested to see if it is a direct sequel or not, because I'm wondering how it's going to connect back to the first game, and if it does, by how much. Because I'm wondering if this is going to be like hundreds of years into the future, or if it's going to be like a couple years after the first game.
Yeah.
That's what's going to be interesting to see.
See, I would kind of prefer it if it wasn't a direct sequel, just so that I could go ahead and get it on the Switch when I get the Switch, without actually having to play the first one.
And I mean, even if it is a direct sequel, you could probably still play it. I hope it's still at least playable as standalone, because there are games like Assassin's Creed 2 that you could play without playing the first game. There just might be a couple things here and there you don't necessarily understand quite as well.
I guess if you're a story-driven person, you definitely want to play the first one, but yeah. Alright, so now we'll talk about Kirby coming to the Switch. I know Kirby's a platformer. I know Kirby's a pink little monster. I know Kirby's in Smash. I'm just not a fan of platformers, but what I saw looks like platformers. People who do enjoy platformers will definitely enjoy Kirby, so.
Well, the thing is, like, and I think you should really try Kirby. You should play Return to Dreamland with us sometime. But I'm not too experienced with Kirby. I do like Kirby. I own Kirby's Epic Yarn. I played a little bit of Return to Dreamland, and I played Kirby in Smash. She's actually one of my favorite characters. But the thing about Kirby is it's not like most platformers, because you can eat people and take their powers.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
I mean, yeah, that's not the same way he plays in Smash. Like, you can eat the other characters and you kind of absorb their powers. That's the thing about Kirby, and this looks like Kirby. Kirby gobbles up everything, gets new powers, and continues through the game. I'm happy to see that it's 4 players. I'm happy to see that it's definitely utilizing 4-player things. Like it showed, like even if you're playing single player, you get like computers helping you out, because there's certain aspects you have to have multiple characters.
That's kind of cool. I kind of like that co-op aspect of it.
I do, and that's something Nintendo always does really well, is their local co-op stuff. And that's what I'm wondering is if is it going to be just solely local co-op, or is it also going to be possibly online?
That'd be kind of cool.
I don't know if we've had an online platformer, like multiplayer platform.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It'd be cool though if they did introduce that aspect.
That would be cool. And like, I may be wrong about that, but I don't think we've had one yet, at least not from Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't think we have either, personally.
That could definitely be something cool to come out of this. It looks good. It looks like Kirby in HD. It looks like Kirby on the Switch, on the go. I'm excited.
Yep. So now, talk about the most exciting thing for me. Game Freak is making a Pokemon RPG, mainline RPG game for the Nintendo Switch, and I am super, super hyped about that. That's pretty awesome.
This is the only Pokemon figure I have near me right now. He's actually missing a leg, which is really depressing. But no, this is actually like my pre-order bonus from Pokemon Heart Gold. I used to have the Lugia one, but I gave it to my cousin.
Oh, yeah.
But that just shows you how much of a dedicated fan I am ever since I was a little kid, because Heart Gold and Soul Silver came out like 10 years ago at this point.
10 years ago? Really?
I think it was 2007.
I gotta Google that, because that doesn't sound right to me.
It might have been like... It might have been 8 or 9. It might have been 8 years.
Let's see. Pokemon Heart Gold. It came after Sinnoh. It was the next one
Yeah.
after that. So
I think it was 2000. Actually, I think it was 2009.
Actually, it was
2010,
2010 in North America. That's still
I was
7
starting to
years
think that.
ago, though.
That's still a long time ago. I think. I don't remember when Diamond and Pearl first came out, but I think it was if Heart Gold was over was 2010, Diamond and Pearl was 2008, I believe.
That was
then
I got that right after it came out, and but anyways, I'm super excited for this. And piggybacking off that whole thing with Diamond and Pearl coming out in 2008, my theory is this will be Sinnoh remakes.
I think that's definitely something you can buy into. I definitely buy into that. I think that could happen. I think it could also be possibly Pokemon Stars.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because we have seen stuff pop up about it, merchandising. Also, a listing on Amazon UK popped up for Pokemon Stars just recently, in the past few days.
Yeah. Did it have a release date out of curiosity?
I don't know, and I don't think it was up long. I think it got taken down.
Oh yeah,
I didn't really read much into it, so
yeah,
I'm not real sure. I think if it is Pokemon Stars, then that could be the justification for why they're doing Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon instead of Pokemon Stars on the 3DS, because they're saving it for the
I have a hard time believing that they would do basically Alola, alternate storyline Alola, and then back to the original storyline Alola before doing Sinnoh remakes or Gen 8.
Here's the thing, though. I can see five games in the same region, one after another, is kind of a lot.
Yeah.
But, they did 4 with Black and White and Black and White 2. They've traditionally done 3. So, it's not...
Well, see, though, here's the thing that I'm saying, though. It's that Black and White, even though it was 4 games, it was still only 2 years of the same region. This would be 3 years of the same region, which would be...
It would be, but... I think it is maybe... If it is 3 years in the same region, I might be okay with that just because it's going to be their first outing on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So possibly they want people to... If it's a game they already know is good and it's going on to a new platform, then maybe it's a little safer to just do the new game, the older game that they know is good.
Yeah, well, we'll have to find out about that. But for now, let's move on to Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah, which you also, in one of the first recordings, you called Metroid 4 Prime.
Yeah.
Because Tom's dumb. Anyways. Metroid. I'm looking forward to it. They didn't really show anything other than the title, but I know Metroid Prime has been around for freaking ever at this point. It came out for the GameCube, the first and second game did, along with the third game on the Wii, and then they released the trilogy together, and then they released the trilogy again on the Wii U Virtual Console. This has been coming for a long time. We've been looking forward to a new Metroid Prime game, or a lot of people have. In case you didn't know, Metroid Prime is a first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's...
The only Metroid game that I'm familiar with is the minigame on Nintendo Land.
Yeah. And I don't even remember what that minigame was about, because I haven't played it.
You could either shoot people on the ground or shoot people in a spaceship.
That's right. Yeah, you're right. I think it's going to... I'll have to wait and see what they show, but it's probably going to be good. It's Nintendo.
It looks promising. Alright, now, the Yoshi game. I don't know. Just doesn't appeal to me.
Yeah. Yoshi's not for everybody. I remember I had to correct you about this, but the fact that you said, you were talking about how this is kind of like a spin-off game, but really it's just the continuation of the Yoshi series, because the Yoshi series has been around.
Which was originally a spin-off, though.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a spin-off, it was actually a sequel. Because Yoshi's Island was actually Super Mario World 2. It was Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. So, that's where it really got its start, then it branched off into its own thing.
Yeah.
So, it was originally spin off, now it's become its own thing. It's like saying that Donkey Kong Country was a spin-off.
Yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from.
Although Donkey Kong came first, but whatever.
Yeah.
Mario's technically a spin-off of Donkey Kong.
That's actually quite true. The soundtrack is what annoyed me about it, personally.
It didn't annoy me, though, but just because it's Yoshi.
Yeah, I get that.
That's just how Yoshi's used to. Yoshi's all about being upbeat and crazy, and if you just listen to how Yoshi sounds, it kind of sounds obnoxious.
Alright, so Breath of the Wild DLC. What do you think about that? As my resident Breath of the Wild player.
Yeah, I haven't played too much Breath of the Wild. I haven't actually. I've done some of it. I played a good bit into it, but I love it. It's a good game. I don't play it a whole lot just because I don't have time, but what I played so far has been good. I'm looking forward to continuing to play the rest. I actually just played it a couple days ago. And the DLC looks very promising. I've actually already purchased the DLC. I bought it when I bought the game, or when I pre-ordered it, so I'm definitely getting it.
The trailers for it were very cinematic, and it looked like a very fun thing.
Well, yeah, they were very cinematic. They felt like Breath of the Wild, because Breath of the Wild is very cinematic, and they look good. They look like a good continuation of the story. It looks like it's definitely worth the buy. You'll definitely be getting a good amount for the money you're spending.
Yeah. Alright, so Rocket League on the Switch is definitely something I'm excited for. As a person who really, really enjoys online competitive gaming, having Rocket League on the Switch is pretty huge for me, and same thing with Skyrim. I'm really excited to get these competitive games on there. I'm actually, one of the first games I'm going to buy when I get my Switch is actually going to be Splatoon 2, to give you an idea of how much competitive games kind of are a thing for me personally. So I'm very excited for Rocket League.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely come from, especially me and you, come from a competitive gaming group of friends. I mean, two of our best friends are actually in Florida right now for CEO, the Smash tournament stuff. So we have friends who are really good at competitive. I'm not as huge competitive as you are. You're not as huge as they are, but we're still.
I'm competitive in different games than they are.
That is true as well. Like, you've just started getting competitive in Overwatch, but as far as Rocket League, I've never played it. Never actually heard of it.
I've never actually played it either, but I've seen a lot about it, and I'm very excited for it.
I had never even heard of it until this spotlight.
That's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, when you try to explain the concept of, well, it's soccer, but with cars, to somebody, they're like, I was explaining that to my dad one day, and he was like, that sounds so stupid. But I mean, it's not, and I think it's pretty cool.
Wait, Thomas, let me pitch you a concept for a game right now. So, I've got this guy. He's an Italian plumber. He wears red, and he has to go save a princess. How dumb does that sound to you?
That sounds pretty dumb, actually.
It does sound pretty dumb, but it works.
Yeah.
And so that gives me hope for Rocket League. I've never played it. It looks good. It looks like something I play. What I'm really excited about is this shows Nintendo is going very heavy into the third-party support, not repeating the same mistakes they made with the Wii U.
Can you just imagine playing Call of Duty on the go?
See, now that would blow my mind.
That would be awesome.
That would sell so many consoles.
It would, and that's why I think they're going to want to do that at some point.
I had not even considered that aspect until you just said it, and now I want it.
Yeah, that
we've had a little bit of it, because they did have Call of Duty Black Ops for the DS. It was garbage, but
yeah, well, it was on the DS. It was pretty much third-party content on the DS was almost always garbage.
It really was, man. It was so bad. The DS was such a good console, though.
Yeah, we'll move on to Super Mario Odyssey.
Yes, I am so excited.
Why I'm excited for this, because it reminds me of like my good old 3D days of Super Mario Galaxy, one of my favorite games of all time.
The thing is, it doesn't really remind me of Super Mario Galaxy.
The reason I say that is because it's a 3D game.
Yeah, it definitely. I'm glad to see him going back to a 3D Mario game that's not necessarily just 3D, 2D platformer, like 3D World was. I don't think we ever really we didn't get a real 3D Mario game on the Wii U unless you count 3D World. So I'm really excited to come back to this, because Super Mario Sunshine is my favorite game of all time. I have 100%ed that game multiple times, more times than I can count. I have done the same thing with Super Mario Galaxy 1. I have 100%ed Super Mario Galaxy 2 once. I'm done mostly 100%ing of Super Mario 64. I love Mario 3D platformers. So this better be good, Nintendo, because I've been waiting for this for a while.
I hope so. All right, so I guess we'll close with this. The Metroid 3DS game.
Yes, now I looked at a little bit of this, but not a whole lot, because it actually wasn't part of the spotlight, but it was part of the E3 stuff shown in the Treehouse. It looks good. From what I've read, it's like a kind of throwback to Super Metroid 2 or something like that. Which is good, because the thing is, with this coming out, and also the announcement of Metroid Prime 4, these are really two different games, two different kinds of games. Because when Metroid started out, it was a 2D platformer.
Uh-huh.
And then with Metroid Prime, it made the switch to a first-person shooter.
So this is so they kind of announced a classic and a new version, sort of.
Kind of, yeah, because like it made the switch back in with the GameCube to a first-person shooter, which was very different from the past Metroid games. So to see them going back to their roots is definitely really interesting to see. And I definitely think with both these games coming out, with Metroid Prime 4 and what's it called? The one for 3DS, what's it called?
I'm sorry, say that again. I'm sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, what's the game for 3DS called?
What's the game? What game for 3DS?
The Metroid game.
Oh, it's just called what is it? Metroid Samus Returns. I'm sorry.
Samus Returns.
I got sidetracked there. I'm sorry.
Gosh dang. Yeah, pay attention to this. But no, I think with definitely both those games, you're going to get two different sets of gamers, but also that middle line that likes both. So I love that they're not alienating the fans of the Metroid franchise by people who don't like first-person shooters or people who don't like 2D platformers. You're giving them both the satisfaction they want, which I think is really good. And also, it still shows continued support for the 3DS.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing because, you know, the 3DS is going to go eventually. I think we all know at this point that it's on its last legs, but it's good that they're still trying to, at least while they can, keep it stocked with new stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, like, we've got 3DS games coming. We have this new Metroid game. We have Pokemon Ultra Sun and Pokemon Ultra Moon. We have Hey Pikmin coming to the 3DS, which they didn't show at this Spotlight, but I'm really excited for that.
I knew there was a Pikmin game, but I didn't know it was 3DS. I thought it was Switch.
It is 3DS. It's a spin-off. It's not. It's a 2D platformer.
Okay then.
Which is really weird, and I'm kind of interested to see it. I'm really more interested in the amiibo that's coming out for it, but that's a different story for a different day.
Yeah. Well, I believe that's everything that Nintendo covered. So what's got you the most hyped?
Oh, this is most hyped. Probably the Pokemon game for the Switch.
Same.
But as far as what they actually showed, because they just kind of said that, hey, we're doing this, but as far as what they actually showed, it has to be Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
I would agree. That was probably the one that was most impressive that they showed for sure.
Oh, it definitely was. Like, Super Mario Odyssey looked good, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely buying it, but it's so different from past games that I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. But that's all I have, or all we have for you guys today in this Nintendo discussion. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back very shortly, and we'll be recapping all that was shown by everybody at E3. We'll be doing a quick little recap discussion video. But that's pretty much all for now. This has been Portable Master 9351, and that has been...
I've been Jackson Lee. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe on this video for more content just like this. I would love to come back and guest star on some of your videos.
All right. Will do. All right, so... do all that he said. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye!